Hello! We're just hanging around here today. Hello, it's Nancy today. I wonder how I get my hair to stand up so well and I get rid of my towels. Oh, it's very amazing. So, how's everything for you? I took a little tiny walk. I went up to the top of the hill and around and back down to my driveway. And then I have this box of blue bottles that I got from the dump once upon a time. I guess there must be some kind of alcohol bottles. I guess those are the ones that come in amazing bottles. Anyway, so I'm putting them on my upside down tree stump. It's got all these roots that stick out, so I'm putting the bottles on them. Some still had corks in them and they were frozen in the box, so I was able to get them out of the box, but I just brought them inside to let the corks thaw so that I could do that. Look at my eyes, look so strange. I look at my camera. Oh, well, look at that. That's because, I'm usually looking down here and I have to tip upward. My neck has been kind of bad lately. My back is pretty bad, so I thought I'd just hang upside down for a while. You see, here I am, just hanging around. Hanging around. I'm making progress with getting ready for Christmas. I got my warp set up and started finally weaving on it. It takes a while between the idea of doing it and actually starting. But I did it, I got it ready, and now I'm weaving tea towels, or dish towels as they could be called. And I'm on my third one. I've got 5 inches left on my third one. I put 16 yards of warp on. So I'll be able to make a lot of these towels. I'll probably be able to make towels in all kinds of patterns. But I'm sticking to one pattern because if I want to give them away, it would be better to have them all exactly the same and one for me. Otherwise, if they're all different, I won't be able to part with any. I'll think, oh no, I want that one. Oh, and I want that one. And I want that one. But if they're all the same and I've already got one, then I'll be okay. Usually when I'm weaving, I get bored doing the same pattern forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So I always want to change it. Which is kind of a problem because you're not finished with the fabric yet and you can't really be changing the pattern in the middle. But what I'm doing this time, which is very interesting because this is I'm not getting bored. Every inch I add an alternate color. And you would think that would get boring too, but no, that's enough to break up the regular pattern so that I don't get bored. Isn't that cool? I could probably lengthen it out to doing it instead of every inch, every 2 inches. It's kind of neat. I'm pleased with this progress I'm making. I have now made, what is it? Oh, you know one of those lye heavy soaps? The lye was all on top of it? You know what I think is wrong? I think that it's because I've been using vegetable oil instead of just canola or soybean or corn. If I use vegetable, all 3 are blended or 2 are blended, and that mixes up the lye necessity. And so I have to, it's either 120, 224 or 284 or 2, whatever it is. Anyway, there's about 5 grams difference. You wouldn't think that would be very much, but it's enough to messes it up. Anyway, but this lye this came out, it was a really bad batch. It was all bumpy. I think it was the gardenia. But I wiped all the lye off the first day, and then I took a bar last night and used it, and it was lovely. It's really nice. It's not lye heavy at all. It's not lye, well, it wouldn't be lye heavy because a lot of the lye came out, right? So it would be saponified, if anything, or it would be, but I think that the excess amount of lye that was in the recipe, because I didn't know the kind of oil I was supposed to be doing it with, I think that is what caused my problem. I think so. So now that I know that, I'm never going to buy vegetable oil again. I'll stick with one name that I know exactly what it is. And I think that's what happened with all my batches that have ever failed, was because it was vegetable instead of you know, because vegetable is not one or the other. It might say this or that, which could go from 1% to 51%. You know, so it has, you have no idea what exactly it is. Anyway, so I figured that out. I'm glad to see that that batch turned out well. Even though I thought it failed, it's okay. I'm yet to open the other batches. Anyway, so that's a success. And my weaving is a success. But I found also with my weaving, this is my troubleshooting video. With my weaving, I didn't put paper in the warp. As I wound the warp, I did the first time, and then I was just so tired of putting all these newspapers in. I didn't have a big long roll of something, and so I was very bored with it. I just wanted to get it on, so I did it. But the trouble was that where it was thick, it was really thick, and then it got to the edges and it tapered off, which means that the tapered off, that this goes around somehow. This goes around, oh, I know what it is. When I release the warp, because it's tight, because I run out of room, when I release it, should be upside down, when I release it, it gets loose, right? But because the main part has this big a thing to wrap around, if I release it that many inches, I get that much of it. However, on the end, when it wraps around the warp, it's wrapping around the tiny beam. And when I release it, I'm only getting, you know, that much. So my edges are getting really tight while the rest is loose. So I cut them, and I took them back to the beam, and I unwound them. And then so that they're much longer, and then I put a pin in, and I wrapped it figure eights around the pin in the place it should be. And so that has helped. I've been cutting them not all at the same time, but, you know, every time I advance it, I cut one or two. So this is getting better. So the edges are getting looser. Now I have to weight them because they're too loose, of course. And you have to have the perfect size weight, you know. You can't just have anything. Okay, so that's two things. My weaving, I really like the colors. Oh, it's so pretty. You have to look at the colors. I put it on Facebook, Nancy Today with 2 A's, Todaay. And I posted a picture on there. It's so pretty. And the soap, that's going to be okay, I guess. And so I should make more. But you see, I still have this vegetable oil. Well, I do have castor oil. I'll use, not castor, Castile, olive oil. I'll make some with olive oil. That ought to do a good job. Okay, so soap and the weaving, and then the Christmas stolon I made yesterday. The Christmas stolon, I had a problem with that. It's perfect loaves, 6 perfect loaves, but we ate part of one loaf already, naturally. And by the end of the week, these loaves are not going to be fresh anymore. And if I freeze them, they also won't taste quite the same. So I should have made them the day before. That's the truth. So I'll take that into consideration and make another batch later. Okay, and then the pottery. So all my things I'm getting ready for Christmas. My pottery, I'm ready to unload the kiln. This is just the bisque firing. So I have to unload it, and I have to, I guess I should sort out my bowls before I sort out all the bowls into piles to see what I've got and what matches. You don't get the bowls that are the same shapes and color into piles. I need 11 piles, I think, or maybe not. Maybe I need 10 piles. Yeah, I guess I need 10 piles. And then I'm going to make cookies for the children for Christmas presents. I'm going to give everybody a tea towel if I can get them done in time. So I have 3 tea towels almost ready. So that'll be, so far, how many? Well, I'm not sure the boys really would care about a tea towel. So there's 3 boys. So So, well, one of them might. So then I would have the girls. So, I don't even know how many girls there are. Aaron, Nick, Kate, Tish. No, Nick. Aaron, Kate, Tish, Elida. So it's 4. And then Virginia, I'll mail hers to her. But I don't have to have hers ready at the same time. So that's 4. So I'll make 4, that's not many, 4 dish towels, tea towels. I don't think my boys really would care. But I could make the 4, but anyway, maybe Tess would like them, so that would be 5. Anyway, but I made 2.5 yesterday, and that was after making 6 loaves of Christmas stollen and 4 big batches of soap. So I think I can easily get them done in a short time if I work on them. Okay, so the pottery, I'll unload the pottery, and I'll work on tea towels today. Yay! I'll have to cut soap sometime too. I'm feeling good about it all. Soap, tea towels, pottery, Christmas stollen, and hot chocolate. This is really a lot of things I'm doing for Christmas for everybody. This is a big amount of stuff. Anyway, I just wanted to do it. I want some left for me, too. I don't like giving away all my stuff. I used to give away everything for years and years and years. I must have painted 100 beautiful oil paintings. Beautiful, really gorgeous. And they were so good, I wanted to share them. I gave a beautiful waterfall to my friend Brenda. I gave a beautiful midnight moon on the water to Mary. I gave a beautiful beaver dam to my cousin Susan. I don't know if she uses that anymore. I had one with 2 birds fighting. No, that one wasn't for Susan. I think I gave that. Maybe I gave that to Bert. And to Susan there was a northern gannet and a great skua. I painted them fighting over the water. And she looked at it and she says, "Oh, a northern gannet and a great skua." And I was so impressed that she knew what they were. I mean, she did work for Audubon for many years. Anyway, so I gave that one to her. And then I painted Mary Jane's cottage. I gave that to her. And I painted somebody else's grandmother. An old little picture and gave it to her. And then I painted Attawapiskat for Mary Jane. I did paint my farm when I farmed years ago, and I still have that. I started to paint the Savior. I never finished because I didn't want to make his face look bad. So I still have that. Well, I give away so many things. Oh no, I have the deer too. There's the deer. What's up there? There's the deer. And then I have more recent things like the rocks by the side of the road. Oh, there's so many paintings I did. But see, the thing is, if you give everything away, you don't have it. And then when you think about, wow, what have I done? If you don't have it anymore, it's really hard to tell. You get a photo of it. A photo is different than experiencing it. Like these baskets, taking them down and using them and feeling them. Alright, well, that's about all I'm going to tell you. So this is my update for the morning. Have a good day. Hey, the sun is out. But take your vitamin D anyway. That's what I think. Bye.